Okay, I'm back, y'all, and Divinely Grateful Risings. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. I don't know. How y'all doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to the spirituality. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Y'all know we over here serving spirit and glam with a touch of beauty, fashion, and faith. And we're in the book of Isaiah. We just started the book of Isaiah. We are in Isaiah 3 and 4 today for Bible clarity. Y'all, like the live, share the love, drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance and make sure you subscribe to the channel, y'all. It really, really helps. It's free, okay? And it helps the messages to get out to more and more people so we can go out here and spread the word to the nations, okay? Come on, spread the word to the nations. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on so you're notified anytime I go live or post a video. And thank y'all so much for the continued support, okay? Want to do it? Let's get to it. We're in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 3 and 4 is what we're on today. And Isaiah, y'all know the first, I think they just, this little preface just said the first 44 chapters, and it's 66 of them. It's basically like Isaiah prophesying a lot of, it kind of feels a little doomsday-ish, okay? A little doomsday-ish. So here we go. Judgment against Judah. The Lord of heaven's armies will take away from Jerusalem and Judah everything they depend on, every bit of bread and every drop of water. Y'all, I can't stop saying it because it's just so tragic. But what we're reading in this right now is happening, y'all. It is happening in real life with the wildfires that are happening in LA. By the time y'all see this, I think next week sometime, just remember this that we're reading, because yesterday I remember watching on the update that they were out of water, y'all. They said they had 3 1 million-gallon tanks, and they gave the time because it was a press conference I was listening to. They gave the times of when the tanks ran out. The first one ran out at like 3:30 p.m. The next one ran out, I think, at like 4 something. Then the next one was gone by 8 something. Like, y'all, they literally had no water to fight the fires. Every drop of water. The Lord of heaven's armies, will take away from Jerusalem and Judah everything they depend on, every bit of bread and every drop of water. All their heroes and soldiers, judges and prophets, fortune tellers and elders, army officers and high officials, advisors, skilled sorcerers, and astrologers. I will make boys their leaders and toddlers their rulers. People will oppress each other, man against man, neighbor against neighbor. Young people will insult their elders, and vulgar people will sneer at the honorable. In those days, a man will say to his brother, since you have a coat, you be our leader. Take charge of this heap of ruins. But he will reply, no, I can't help. I don't have any extra food or clothes. Don't put me in charge. For Jerusalem will stumble and Judah will fall because they speak out against the Lord and refuse to obey him. Message. Hey, look, I just said my dad's name. They provoke him to his face. The very look on their faces gives them away. They display their sin like the people of Sodom and don't even try to hide it. They are doomed. They have brought destruction upon themselves. Tell the godly that all will be well for them. Thank you, Lord. Drop this in the chat. All is well for me. All is well for me. And it's not that we don't want wellness for everybody else, but everybody ain't living right, y'all. And one thing about the Lord, judgment comes, and he don't play. When he come to play, he don't play. They will enjoy the rich reward they have earned, but the wicked are doomed, for they will get exactly what they deserve. And again, we don't want any of this to happen, but this is something, one thing we know, this is beyond anybody's control. This is beyond anything that any person on earth could have any control over. Does that make sense? There's some things that happen, natural disasters, and even this wildfire, there's these fires that are burning right now, y'all. This is beyond human control. And so, because as an example of that, the Santa Ana winds that were assisting in spreading the fire, y'all, like the winds at that exact moment that we had the fire, there was a windstorm beyond what only God could do. So it's stuff like that where it's like, I don't understand how people don't have a relationship or want a relationship with God when he controls the sun, the moon, the stars, the wind, the waves, the air, the everything. Like, I got to get right. I got to be right. Childish leaders oppress my people, and women rule over them. Oh, my people, your leaders mislead you. They send you down the wrong road. The Lord takes his place in court and presents his case against his people. The Lord comes forward to pronounce judgment on the elders and rulers of his people. You have ruined Israel, my vineyard. Your houses are filled with things stolen from the poor. How dare you crush my people, grinding the faces of the poor into dust, demands the Lord of heaven's armies. A warning to Jerusalem. The Lord says, beautiful Zion is haughty, craning her elegant neck, flirting with her eyes, walking with dainty steps, tinkling her ankle bracelets. So the Lord will send scabs on her head. The Lord will make beautiful Zion bald. On that day of judgment, the Lord will strip away everything that makes her beautiful. Ornaments, headbands, crescent necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and veils, scarves, ankle bracelets, sashes, perfumes, and charms, rings, jewels, party clothes, gowns, capes, and purses, mirrors, fine linen garments, head ornaments, and shawls. Instead of smelling of sweet perfume, she will stink. She will wear a rope for a sash, and her elegant hair will fall out. She will wear rough burlap instead of rich robes. Shame will replace her beauty. The men of the city will be killed with the sword, and her warriors will die in battle. The gates of Zion will weep, message, and mourn. The city will be like a ravished woman huddled on the ground. Isaiah 4. In that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. A promise of restoration. But in that day, the branch of the Lord will be beautiful and glorious. The fruit of the land will be the pride and glory of all who survive in Israel. All who remain in Zion will be a holy people, those who survive the destruction of Jerusalem and are recorded among the living. The Lord will wash the filth from beautiful Zion and cleanse Jerusalem of its bloodstains with the hot breath of fiery judgment. Then the Lord will provide shade for Mount Zion and all who assemble there. He will provide a canopy of cloud during the day and smoke and flaming fire at night, covering the glorious land. It will be a shelter from daytime heat and a hiding place from storms and rain. The end. Okay, the end. So all I do is, let's get to it, y'all. Let's see what the message is going to be about, y'all. Let's see what the message is about. One thing about it, even in the midst, and we just talked about that on the last message, but even in the midst of chaos and calamity, man, God is still there. Drop it in the chat. God is still there. He's still there. And there are many, I think that, for many of us, as this is happening in our world, and so many things that we see that are happening just around the world, I do feel like there's a time of cleansing and purification. I only say that because me and the Lord talked about it the other day. Come on, the promise of a new day dawning. I'm trying to tell you, look at the new moon. Come on, new moon. We have a promise. And look, we're going to use the preparation for the promise deck as well. One thing about the Lord, even if he takes away, he will replace, he will restore. That is his promise. And y'all remember the covenant, right? As we thinking about this, I can't think of where it's at in Genesis, but the covenant, the rainbow, the Lord said he would never destroy the world by flood again. Look, the ancestors, y'all meant it. Because he has made a promise to our ancestors, generations. We receive that. of inheritance of that he will never destroy the world again by flood. So, but yeah, you can, I mean, you feel how you want to feel. But one thing I told the Lord yesterday, I said, you know, I'm grateful because even though so many homes have been destroyed, so much love to y'all. This is actually, it's a time for growth, because even in fire, y'all, if you've ever seen like forests that have, look, full moon at the bottom of the deck, completion, I almost feel like I need to keep this card. I'm gonna keep it because we have new moon to full moon. This is a cycle. We're gonna be talking about a cycle in this message, huh? That's what y'all was talking. Yes, we finna talk about a cycle. What cycle is completing? Okay, let me say this. This is about generational karma. Somebody breaking some karma, but let me finish this statement. If you've ever seen like a forest or something that has been burned, what ends up happening, there's still growth. Things can still come back. Things can still be, you know, you may think that all is lost, but you'll go back. You can see a forest and has been burned. And then one day you go back and you start seeing new plants that are sprouting. You start seeing new things coming from the destruction. So that's one thing that we know for sure. Like if the Lord, even if he has to cleanse and purify, come on, 143 on the cut, even if he has to cleanse and purify, guess what? He will restore. There's always growth. Even if there's a warning before destruction, there's always a chance for growth after that. To perceive ascension, thank you, Lord, we receive it. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am. This is John 14:3. To perceive, ascension, understand, and love. We definitely gonna keep that, y'all. So there's some of you, maybe the perception is that there's some ancestors, first of all, there was something, a promise. This could be a promise that somebody made to you and your family, your ancestors, like you being the promised one, you being the one that's going to break this generational curse, because we got the ancestors out here. So for some of you, 143, y'all remember we had pagers, and 143 used to mean love. Didn't it mean love? Anyway, so this is like your ancestors coming through showing you love as well. You being the one that was meant to do this. So some of you, there's something you're closing out, because we know we go new moon to full moon to new moon, and we just keep going in that cycle. So some of you, this is some cycle that is completing. Okay, let's see. Breaking something off. Let's get, how many? Two more. Yeah, I received that. Look, this card came out on the last message in the exact same spot, y'all. 217, overcoming fear, walking in the light, be strong and courageous, self-discipline. I'm gonna pull another one because that card came up in the message that I just got done doing. Sometimes, you know, all these cards and the ones that look, 1120. Oh my gosh, this number has been coming up so much, y'all. 1124. It just, in the message, I want to say the message I that posted yesterday, I was talking about this number, and this is Mark 11:24. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. This is manifestation, prayer, faith of a mustard seed, and dreams to reality. I got to keep that, because the fact that number has been, I've been getting that number so much, y'all, like so much. Okay, what else? It's a promise. It's like you receiving a promise. Well, I don't know what the Lord had promised you, but you can get ready to receive it. Maybe you completed something out. You had to, I don't know, I don't know what you had to do. February 27th, go back to February 27th, or this could be something coming in on February 17th. I'm sorry, February 17th. There could be something that is coming in on February 17th, or you can go back to February 17th. I said February 27th, so that may be an important day as well. And then November 24th, go back to November 24th and see if there's something that's significant. Now, y'all, okay, wait, I'm not, let me shuffle it. Let me shuffle some more. November 24th, there may have been something that was significant that happened on that day, right around Thanksgiving time. What day was Thanksgiving on this year? I don't even remember, child. Anyway, let's see. Let's get one more, and then we'll get some tarot cards. A seed. Y'all know the new moon energy is all about like a seed. If you, because you can't, the moon, it's like it's hidden. So there may be something that you're making room for. You may just be getting ready. Come on, spirit. You may just be getting ready to start seeing it. 12:15, another number that is coming up so much. This speaks to the Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. Psalms 121:5. Gain, profit, assembly, or gathering, and increase. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all, this could be you bringing like generational karma off of the enemy giving back what he stole. That's the promise. Drop that in the chat. I'm gonna get mine. The Lord is getting ready to bless you with that. It's like the enemy having to repay you. Whatever has been stolen from you has been stolen. Come on, God, has been stolen from your ancestral line, your inheritance. You can believe this. You're the one that's breaking the karma, and he finna give back everything he stole. That's why the Lord finna bless some of y'all with so much. And this ain't nothing you finna receive overnight. This could be a blessing on your business. I mentioned this the other day. I'm gonna say it because I manifested and I decree and declare it with my mouth and believe it in my heart. Okay, because I know what God has shown me. Let me tell y'all, the other day, me and my daughter were talking, and I kind of mentioned it. I didn't finish telling it. Let me just tell y'all. I want somebody to start confessing this. Yes, confess that Jesus is Lord, because he is. Every tongue shall confess that Jesus is Lord indeed and amen. The other day, me and my daughter were talking, and she's doing some stuff. Like, she was in the army. Y'all know this. Like, she was in the army. I have one daughter who's like the master cook. Okay, she's like culinary genius. And then, of course, my son's still in high school. My other daughter, my oldest baby, she was in the army, and so she is now in the process of furthering. She already has a master's. Let me just say that. So first of all, she already has a master's, and she's the first person in our family to have a master's degree. Let me just say that. So yeah, I'm y'all have no idea how proud. I'm a proud mama moment, right? So she already has her master's, and she's furthering her education even more. And so she, look, I receive it. Come on, doctor. Hey, come on, doctor. So anyway, me and her were talking about, that's not what she looking at doing right now, y'all, but that's me speaking it like, girl, do it, girl. Okay, I'm back. You gotta do it, girl. So, child, you had got excited, didn't I? Know she's doing so great, but she's doing great and amazing things. All my children are. So me and her were talking the other day, and she's furthered her education, and she was like, I don't know if anybody else ever did it, but she said she's going to be the first 6-figure earner in the family. And I say, bet. I say, because guess what? You may be the first 6-figure earner, because she's a lot closer. She's close to finishing what it is that she is setting out to do. I say, you may be the first 6-figure earner in the family, but I'm going to be the first 7. I need somebody to decree and declare that with your mouth right now. I am the first. So she may be and I say, I say, that's cool. I want you to be the first 6-figure earner. I say, but I'm going to be the first 7. And that's my word. And so it's something like that for some of y'all, where you getting ready to, like, the seed has been planted, baby. And we talking about this new moon down here. So the new moon that's coming up, we're still in Capricorn season right now, up until around the 20th, maybe 21st, somewhere of the month. And then, of course, we will be in Aquarius season. So some of you, maybe you set an intention at the new moon in Capricorn, and that's what you're getting ready to start seeing growth with, right? Because Capricorn energy, all about money, work, your status and your career, things like that. So some of you may have set an intention around the new moon, and you're getting ready to start seeing, it's like something is getting ready to come. Like, I don't know, maybe you're getting ready to start seeing the growth. It's happening a lot quicker than what you think. I'm telling you right now, there's increase that's coming. Some of you may be receiving increased resources. The Lord could be blessing you in some type of way down here. Come on, God, look, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer. Can I just tell somebody the importance of prayer? And sometimes, you don't think the Lord be listening. I'm telling you right now, God is listening. Drop that in the chat. He listening. He heard you. And for some of you, your discipline, your dedication. Do we have a card out here about discipline? We do. Your discipline, your dedication, your commitment to building, to advancing, that's what's bringing in the resources. December the 15th could have been an important day as well. That was the day that Mercury went direct. That is also, it was, what was that? What else happened on that day? There's something else. Mercury went direct. Something else happened. I can't think of what it was. It was like two significant things. Anyway, I can't think of it right now. But going back to this, you may be starting to see the beginnings of something grow. The beginnings of this could be resources that the Lord is continuing to pour, like start to see resources coming in. And I've been the Lord, come on, Spirit, the Lord been giving me, like, he been talking to me about some of you coming out of the wilderness, some of you coming out of your robbing Peter to pay Paul, some of you coming out of your daily bread season. It's him, because you've been disciplined, you've been a good steward with the resources, you're doing the right things, you're not spending frivolously, you're being responsible, you're making sure that you're taking care of your business, stuff like that. It's like the Lord can now begin to bless you, because this, for some of y'all, this can be a money test. Some of y'all, you really are the one that's going to be the first millionaire in your family. And just like I know my daughter's going to be the first six-figure earner in our family. And I am so happy and so grateful for that, because I want I want them to have that type of life which is why I'm also making sure that I'm building. You got your spirit names behind you, your ancestors, your spirit guides, angels, and ascended masters, knowing that you were built for this, pushing you into purpose, making sure, like, yes, they're going to be on your neck because y'all do, but I'm so grateful. I'm grateful that y'all be on my neck, because if y'all wasn't on my neck and if y'all weren't continuing to just push me forward, I would have probably gave up a long time ago. So think it not strange when you get, like, I dreamt about my mama. When I told you that was yesterday, day before yesterday. It wasn't last night, because I had a crazy dream last night, y'all. I don't know how I feel about it either, because the person that's in the that I dreamt about last night, I don't care for him. I don't like him, and I have reason not to like him. But anyway, I love everybody with the love of the Lord, but that don't mean I got to like you. And I meant it. It ain't very many people I dislike, but he on the list. Anyway, I'm back. So yeah, because it wasn't a good dream. But how I did, however, it sure was. I'm gonna tell y'all this dream. I'm gonna tell it to y'all. I actually dreamt about Tabitha Brown. Shout out Tabitha, love you, honey. I actually dreamt about Tabitha Brown, y'all. This, look, here go the celebrity for today. Celebrity spotlight, Tabitha Brown. First of all, y'all know she is such an inspiration to so many of us. She's doing great and amazing things, and she continues to inspire us. She continues to, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna watch what I tell you. I told y'all it was coming, and it's coming. Y'all just stay tuned. You just watch old Touche Germaine, okay? Stay tapped in, stay tuned in, stay turned up. Come on, God. We might start saying it because I like it. I'm back. Shout out to Tabitha Brown. I actually had a dream about her the other day. So the celebrity spotlight today goes to none other than the amazing Tabitha Brown. And because she came up right now. She was in my dream. And so she's doing great and amazing things. Y'all know I love Tab. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I met Tabitha Brown on February the 17th of 2024. I certainly did. I went to a meet and greet at Ulta in LA, and I met her on February the 17th. Oh my gosh, of last year. I can't make this up. Okay, I'm back. So anyway, that's crazy. So celebrity spotlight today goes out to Tabitha Brown. She's doing great and amazing things. She has her line at Target. If y'all ain't had the Hello There wine and all that good stuff, you got to have it. I have tried it. I had it one time. It was amazing. But the reason I'm talking about her is because she was in my dream. Night before last, I had a dream, and it was like it was a table, and Tab was sitting at the table, but she was like, it's like one of those real long banquet tables, and she was sitting in the middle of the table, but it was like the middle was the focus. So it was people around her, and I was sitting on the other side, but I wasn't sitting like directly across from her. I was like maybe two people. I wasn't directly across. I was like two people down, so but I could still like see her where I was sitting right in front of her. And so all of a sudden, y'all, Tab started telling me stuff. She started, she was telling me stuff that there's no way that she could know. But she was talking about my mama. And ain't no way she could know that. And so I was kind of tripping because I was like, Tab, how do you know that? Now, mind you, this is a real dream, y'all. I swear on Jesus sandals, this is real. And I was like, how does she know that? I was like, and I'm tripping. And so then she tells me, she's like, get up. She was like, get up, you need to go through that door. And so I get up and I go through the door, y'all, and my mama was there, and I just walked up and just hugged my mama. But it was like Tab telling me that I was finna, like, my mama was waiting for me to tell me, like, to, you know what I'm saying? But it was like not waiting for me like going to glory, nothing like that. It was like she was telling me, and I'm like, how did you know that? And then she was just like, your mama trying to tell you something. So that's when she was like, she told me to get up, like, you need to go through your door, your mama over there. And I was like, okay. And so I got on up and I went, and sure enough, y'all, my mama was on the other side of that door, and my mama just ended up hugging me, and I woke up. And so anyway, it's like, so all of that to say, like, when I woke up, I had this feeling like I'm all right. Like, you gonna be all right. And one thing that I know about God is he will send, it's like he will send different messengers, and y'all know Tab is a seer, and he will send different people. Like, he will send people in a form that you can recognize. So I don't know who needs to know that, but the Lord will send, like, your dreams, because they're bringing up even on this dreams card, like he will send people that you will recognize in your dreams. Because some of you, maybe you're new to like the dream, I don't know, this is what they're showing me, like new to prophetic dreaming, or I don't know, child, because dream interpretation is not one of it's not one of my gifts, okay? But it's almost like the Lord, how do I explain this, y'all? Him sending people that you'll recognize, so that when it's like him sending Tab before, and they're even saying like John the Baptist, like, so that you'll recognize when it's your ancestors that are coming in. Does that make sense to somebody? Like, and maybe this is for me, how me, I don't know, dreams ain't never been one of my things, but him sending someone that you'll recognize, so that when someone else, one of your other angels shows up, you'll recognize them as well. Does that, or maybe won't be fearful of them, something like that. I hope that made sense, y'all. I couldn't even get it, I don't even know if I got it out right. So some of y'all, pay attention to your dreams, okay? Pay attention to your dreams. Anyway, let's get some tarot, because I hope that I even made sense for somebody, especially around the full moons. Maybe you're going to be having, or maybe you're having dreams, and you may be tripping and thinking that you ain't drink, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like knowing, say that again, y'all, like knowing the difference between a dream that's from, thank y'all, knowing the difference between a dream that's from God, and knowing that in a dream that's from the enemy. Because the 913 card is at, come on, Spirit, let me bring it back, I have put it up, because the 913 card is over here at the bottom of the deck, and this is like an enemy, right? This is like an enemy. This is deception, confusion, spiritual warfare, and temptation. So for some of y'all, maybe your dreams, you've been confused about your dreams, but it's like the Lord trying to show you, my God, this is a beautiful message. If it's, I hope it's not too scattered. The Lord trying to show you the difference between a dream that is from him, maybe a dream that is prophetic, or a dream that he's giving you versus how the enemy will show up in your dream. So now let me tell y'all the dream that I had last night. So you'll know the difference. We all know the tab is a messenger, right? Like we know this, okay? So my God, it just be so crazy the way the Lord will do stuff. So y'all just stay tracking with me. So that was the dream the night before, which was Tab and my mama in the dream. Okay, angels, cool. Last night I had a dream, y'all, where there was a man. For those of you who don't know this, I thank God for God survived. I'm a survivor. Let's say that I'm a survivor of domestic violence. And so the person who was in the dream last night, because it woke me up, y'all. Like it woke me up because I was literally up at like 2:30 this morning because this dream woke me up. And so the person that was in the dream last night was the person that I was in the DV experience with. And there was another person in the dream as well. And me and this other person, like we cool, we good. But him and the person, they were friends. Like we were all friends at one point, but I ended up dealing with this other person. And so at first it was just me and the one person who I'm friends with, but then here we gonna call him El Fulio. And said it, meant it, because for lack of anything else, I think that's as nice as that's the nicest I got. Mm-hmm. So he shows up and he was trying to force me and my children to go with him. But he had a gun. I had a gun. So he was trying to force us to go with him. And my kids were scared. And so they were trying to run away. And he, oh my gosh, he started shooting. And my son was little bitty. My son, he was shooting, but he was just like shooting randomly to where he could have hit my son. And so my son was so scared. He was trying to move, but he was crying because he was like, he was like scared because he could have gotten hit with a stray or whatever. And so I end up running to get my son because this dude shooting random, trying to scare us and make us go with him. And so then I end up getting my son. I ran back in the house. And so I'm on one side, like there was a screen door and there's a wall. And he's on the outside. He's like on the porch. I don't know where this house was. And I'm on the inside and I'm like ducked down so he can't see me. But by this time I got my gun. I got Lucille. And so I'm just waiting to see his head because I'm like, pew, pew. Okay. So it's not funny, but this was my dream because it woke me up. So he starts talking and he was like, if I don't get, if like he was like, he said something like, I know, I'll off one and take the other one. But it was just so dramatic, y'all. And I woke up and I just remember waking up, true story, and I was so mad. I was so mad because I just, of course it was triggering. So for whoever this is for, and I hope this is tracking, y'all know I don't never know what spirit I'm going to talk about. I just be going with whatever they say, 11 o'clock on the dot. It's like you learning the difference. I know that was a dream because there's no reason for that person to even be in my spirituals at all. So for some of you, I feel like what's happening is the Lord showing you the difference between a vision from him, a message from him, a dream from him versus a dream from the enemy. Does that make sense? spiritual warfare, attacks. We're vulnerable when we sleep. So so a lot of people experience things during dream time, during sleep time, because that's when your spirit is in control, because your physical body is asleep. If you know, you know. Okay. So it's something like that, where the Lord is maybe strengthening a gift for you. We've been to pull some tarot. You may be communicating with your spirit nymphs in the spirituals. That's where I will say this. Come on to understand. Come on, 143 perceiving. Thank you, Spirit. We receive it. Um, a lot of your training for your spirits to how to combat spiritual warfare, you will do in your sleep. I can't make people understand that, but a lot of the because it's when, again, it's when your spirit is in charge, because your physical body is not in charge when you're asleep. Your spirit is in charge. Your spirit never rests. And so why? Because God never rests. What is God? Your spirit, right? And so that's when a lot of times, y'all, this is a crazy message. A lot of times that's when you'll get you're like, you'll, when you're sleeping, I know, because spirit nymph told me, it's where you may do a lot of communicating with your spirit nymphs, with your ancestors, your angels, your spirit guides, and ascended masters. You could do something like I do, where you read tarot and you may be communicating at this like that as well. This is about you exploring and expanding your gifts. Okay. But yes, for some of you, there's definitely, like, there could be your spirit nymphs trying to contact you or communicate with you, and everybody don't believe in that. And I'm not here to try to make anybody agree. If you know, you know, and that's just it for that. So I hope that made sense for somebody. Like, if you know, you know. Like, that God communicates with us in a multitude of ways. And yes, as we know in the Bible, God will send his angels to communicate with you. So it's all about how you're the most receptive to receiving that communication. So for some of you, it may be happening in dreams. And it's also the Lord strengthening you for any battle, any warfare, anything that you're getting ready, that you, however he's going to use you in your divine purpose. I'm trying, listen, y'all, how he's going to use you in your divine purpose. I kid you not, I just did a message the other day, and both of these cards came out together. And then a third deck that I used, the enemy came out in that deck as well. I'm telling you. So just understanding, it's like he's teaching you how to fight. Okay, come on, Lord, let me shuffle these one more time, and then we'll pull some tarot. Okay, so that was kind of a long story, but yes, again, shout out. I'm gonna start doing a celebrity spotlight and just highlighting some great and amazing people doing some great and amazing things. Just the stuff that I watch. Like, I don't watch everything. I don't social media a lot, but if they come up, they come up. So shout out to Tabitha Brown. Okay, no, I don't know these people personally. And this, oh, thank y'all. Oh, y'all, the Lord be preparing you for stuff. Come on, celebrity spotlight. Um, let me just say this. I remember, man, why we can't just, if you don't put people up, you like, we don't put people on a pedestal or anything like that. But there are people who are doing great and amazing things, and I don't feel like there's anything wrong with celebrating people who are doing great and amazing things. I tell a lot of stories, y'all. So a lot of times I don't, because there are only certain things that the Lord will have me watch. So if I see something, I may not know why the Lord has me watching it at that time, but 10 times out of 10, it ends up coming up in one of these messages. It's like filing stuff away. It's like a filing cabinet of information. And so, no, I don't know any of these people personally, y'all, but this is me just being able to give you in like examples of real life stuff as the Lord gives me messages. So I hope that made sense. This ain't got nothing to do with name dropping, man. I don't know these people in real life. If the Lord blesses me to know them in real life, thank you, Lord. But this is simply the way that the Lord communicates with me, or the messages that he gives me to give to other people as you're learning your own journey, as you're learning to step into your own gifts and talents. And everybody ain't gonna believe in that, but y'all know I'm a firm believer that God can talk, and I don't put God in a box. However he wants to communicate and however he needs to give a message, there may be someone that you I don't know, maybe, I think I talked about Mike Epps on yesterday's celebrity spotlight, right? So it's kind of like using different stories and being able to relate to people, and me also being able to relate to different situations in my own life. So just understand that, like, this ain't got nothing to do with elevating anyone or putting anyone on a pedestal. People share stuff on social media. What are we supposed to do if not watch it? Anyway, I hope that made sense. Come on. The Eight of Pentacles came up twice, so we finna keep it. Look, and the Tower, Revelation. Y'all, we should have kept it. Some of y'all, somebody's work is getting ready to change. There may be some way that the Lord is changing up your work. I receive that. I will talk about it in a little bit. Personal development, hard work, dedication, sudden changes, upheaval. This is the Tower, is a card of revelation. Some of you are expanding in your skill set, and we receive that. The Lord is expanding the way you work or changing the way you work. Somebody's really stepping into destiny. Somebody's stepping into the promise, like, for real. You're being led, you're being directed some type of way. It's about you understanding what the Lord is showing you, understanding what perceive. Do you he's doing a new thing. I heard it in my spirituals. He's doing a new thing, y'all. So let's see what else. 40:39 on the timer. It's 11 o'clock. So I'm missing the message for today, but I'll be over there and say, you know what? Just go, you know what, Lord? If it's your will, have your way. If it's your will, have your way, because look what's coming out. I'm trying to tell somebody there's a seed. First of all, let's just pull it up. Look, y'all, the seed and the growth. The seed and the growth. It's an instruction. The faith of a mustard seed. Somebody believing for something and you finna see it. Didn't I say there could have been something, a seed that you planted at the new moon in Capricorn? I wonder what the message was what was the message, y'all? I don't even remember that I did for the new moon in Capricorn. I wonder if the Ace of Pentacles came up in that message. Okay, I'm back. This is manifestation. Don't we have another card out here about manifestation? Prayer, faith of a mustard seed, dreams to reality. Telling y'all, prosperity, establishing security, new investment, potential fresh start. If you will just listen to what you were being given, somebody finna see something grow. I don't know what you're doing. Look at the harvest. 7 of Pentacles. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. With the 7 of Pentacles, this is a card of harvest. This is a card of reaping what you've sown. Patience, gratitude. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Return on your investment, baby. Somebody you have planted, and baby, you planted well. Believe that. Whatever this is back here, somebody might get some unexpected work, an unexpected opportunity. I don't know, a fresh start, a new beginning, seeing something grow, something. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is amazing. I don't even know what else to clarity it with, because it just feels like there's some cycle. Maybe you've been waiting. Maybe there was something that had to be completed first, something that you had to do. There's something, and I can't see all of it right now. I'm just be honest, y'all. I can't see it. I can't see all the way. Look, the number 17, that is faith. That is the star card energy. We have 217 out here as well. There may be a seed that's being planted, but it is the seed that is going to bring the prosperity. It could happen within like 14 days. From new moon to full moon, it could literally take just like is that a fortnight? I don't know if that's called. They just said a fortnight. I have no idea. 43:17 on the timer. It could literally take like 2 weeks. So some of you may have something significant that's happening within the next 2 weeks. Child, I don't know what this is, but there is some seed and this could be work. This could be your personal development as well. You can see a shift, maybe something you've been praying for the Lord to heal within you, remove from you, help you to overcome. I don't know. But there's something that's breaking. There's something, this could be a breakthrough. There, for some of you, I'm trying to tell you, I can't make it make any more sense that you are the generational curse breaker, especially when it comes to money. And the thing about it is, many of you are passing on that seed to your seed. Remember, I was just telling y'all the story about how my daughter was like, I'm gonna be the first 6-figure earner. And I say, cool, because guess what? I'm gonna be 11:11 on the timer, on the clock. because I'm gonna be, she says she gonna be the first 6-figure earner. And I said, bet, because I'm gonna be the first 7-figure earner. So for some of you, you're passing down wisdom. Your spirit names, come on, God, your spirit names, the Lord is blessing you to receive wisdom and guidance and understanding from your team of angels to help you navigate, help you overcome, help you to become successful. And this is the love. This is because the way that God loves us, y'all, that he gives us eyes to see and ears to hear. So for many of you, this is about your spiritual development. This is about you truly being able to see into the future, but it's not for you. You know, we're in the book of prophets and we can say prophetic, and I don't throw that around, or I don't put that word out there a lot, but maybe for some of you, that's a gift that you're stepping into. Maybe that's what's happening. Like, again, we said prophetic dreams, and you starting to really understand how the Lord is going to use that gift. So this is ascension for somebody. And there was a this was a promise that the Lord made to our ancestors, y'all. Like, this is things that your ancestors weren't able to complete, or they took it as far as they were meant to come to take it. And now you taking things as far as you're meant to take it. And then your generations taking things as far as they're meant to take it. So it's something like that, where you walking in your light, continuing to just follow the path that the Lord has set before you, being brave, being courageous. And this says, for the spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. Know it, like doing things without fear, moving forward without fear. For some of you, this is like creating multiple streams of income. Do you see yourself? This is giving multiple streams of income, and you have one that's really big. Look at the multiple streams. So for some of y'all, you starting to see growth in many of your streams of income. Something like that. Like, this is beautiful. I feel like the seed has already been planted. Let me say that. I feel like the seed has already been planted. So this is about continuing to nurture. Did I say something the other day about the Lord uprooting some of you? Some of y'all might be going back to your roots, your ancestral home, something like that. Like, maybe you're being called back to, maybe it's not the exact location, but it could be in the vicinity, something like that. There may be a move for some of you on the horizon. I've been talking about, and Lord been telling me about being planted in good soil. So some of you, this is like fertile. Okay. This is going from maybe dryness, and I think one of the messages I talked about yesterday was like how the Lord will really make you blossom and grow and persevere. And you could have planted in your wilderness season where it's nothing but dirt. Literally, I'm here at where I'm at. This is a lake, but there's no grass. It mimics a desert, right? But it's like things still being able to grow in the desert. Like, that's the way the Lord works. So for some of you, yes, there is an element of him rooting you from where you've grown, putting you in more fertile soil. He's moving you into like nutrient rich. Like, this could be resourceful. This is the right connections, the right people, like really, really seeing the harvest, really seeing the return on the discipline, the investment, the dedication that you put in, keeping your faith strong, like standing 10 toes down on your faith, standing on faith. Y'all know that's one of my things. Like, we standing on faith all 2025, believing that the Lord is going to prosper you. If he's given you something and he's told you to nurture it, and you just continuing to stay dedicated to it, and also increasing your skill set as well. Like, for some of y'all, what the Lord is pushing you into is there may be something that you're really good at, but you can always make improvements. We can always improve. We can always increase our skills. You could be like, I just told you, like my daughter, right? She already has a master's, but she's improving her skills. So it's like, always being willing to learn, to grow, to advance, to add to yourself. And that, come on, God, investing in yourself, making yourself a good investment. So for some of you, the Lord may be calling you to do that as well. You could be improving your skills, adding to your skills, developing more skills for whatever it is that the Lord has already blessed you with. dedication to your craft, right? So for some of y'all, again, there could be some unexpected work, something maybe there's something unexpected. I don't know what day this message is coming out, but it is beautiful. I hope I received this message. I received this for you and me. Who? I don't know who that is. I received this for you and me. Okay, so that's it. That's all I got. This was an amazing message, y'all. This was an amazing message. Lord, I hope you receive this into your spirituals. If you don't, guess what? I receive it for you and me. All right. That's all I got, y'all. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Y'all, hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose on purpose. You ain't lying. Y'all, this one of them kind of messages that make me so grateful for the way that the Lord uses me in this calling, uses me in this gift to uplift and just know that, you know, to be able to say, hey, I know you went through something hard, because the last message talked about obstacles and challenges and difficulties, but it's these kind of messages that come in to give hope, to uplift and empower and let you know, like, the journey ain't always easy, but it's always worth it. And to let people know, like, hey, you're not crazy. The Lord is really expanding your gifts. He's really teaching you. He's really calling you into service. And so it's these types of messages. And it's not every message is not this way, but this message specifically is really just it makes me so grateful for the way that the Lord uses me to be a blessing to others and uplift and empower others and help you to step into your own gifts and your own calling and your own creativity and really step into who God purposed you to be. So anyway, Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Y'all have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose and on purpose. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Love y'all in real life. Bye, y'all.